Hello and welcome to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be playing some more Hard West 2. The first thing we're going to be doing today is going back up to Hartman's ranch and informing him that Lady Shrike is dead.
Wild turkey? Let me get my bow.
And then hopefully we can get our hands on the cannon that we've had to jump through a few hoops now to try and get off him. And then maybe we'll go and steal a train. Report her death.
Finally! God, that woman was like a thorn in my ass for too long. I'm glad you finally finished off this troublesome wench. And now we can...
That was enough for Deer. He jumped onto Hartman's desk and kicked Reggie's teeth in, then lunged at one of the bodyguards. Flynn swapped places with the other, and while he was still in shock, Old Man Bill socked him right between the eyes. The two remaining bodyguards went for their guns, but I was already armed with one of their revolvers.
If you draw, we'll kill all of you before you even manage to pull the trigger. Think this through.
Leave them be! Put down your guns, morons! Ugh, you really lost your sense of humor, Jen. But I admit, I played you a little too much. Damn, your posse knows what they're doing.
I could kill you here and now, Hartman. I really could. But you know what? I won't. I buried enough of my friends, even such assholes like you. I consider our deal done.
Yeah, stop preaching. Here's the key to the barn 4. You'll find your cannon loaded and waiting. Now get lost. Jesus, my goddamn face.
Still on our guard, we went to the barn and opened the padlock. I expected another trick from Hartman, but he delivered exactly what we needed. There it was, loaded and prepared for transport. The most powerful Gatling gun in the West.
Jesus, just look at this thing. 300 rounds per minute. My beautiful baby.
Let's make sure your friend delivers it on time and exactly where we need it before he changes his mind. We're going to leave. And now, let's head up to do the train. I think we're pretty much all up to date with the cards and loadouts and stuff, so I think we can pretty much just go straight into the mission. And the missions are getting longer and longer, so I don't really want to mess around too much before we do this.
I wish we could ride like this forever.
I think we've explored the whole map by now anyway, so... we'll go to the store. See what they've got. Ooh, they got another one of these rifles. Which might be nice to give to Flynn. We can definitely sell the machete. We've got a better version of that now. If I sell the gut shaker we weren't really using, although I have read some people saying online that Flynn with the shotgun is actually really, really good. I just haven't really found a use for it. Maybe I should. Maybe give it one more try. So let's do that. And to be honest, I can't quite make it, but if I sell that and buy that, we're kind of getting a better version anyway, so... I'm not going to get rid of the gunstock club, because I may need it. So there's harmonica. Oh, we can resist Jinxed with that. That's interesting. I don't think Jinxed is the worst by any means. So if we do that, we'd need $23 somewhere. Quite a lot of the blue dynamite. That could get us 10, 16. Well, let's do these things. Let's sell that. Sell those. Go on. $13. Let's sell all of these. It's $7. We'll do that. We get $5. We can get 3 here. 2. Sale. So the boots, I kind of like the boots though. Yeah, I guess they're okay. Maybe we'll sell these. Alright, so let's buy one of these good rifles. So we've got a couple of those there. Visit the train station. Look around. Oh, they want us to go and drink at Black Salt and think of a proper plan. Did we already do that? I feel like we did. Okay, well, even though it's clearly pointing there, let's go and drink at Black Salt Saloon, and maybe they'll think of a plan.
Are we there yet?
Honestly, that's
Nothing
a
but
bit counterintuitive, especially with the map
hills and
markers pointing you up
plains.
there, quite honestly. But hey ho, that's the blockade.
Let's go.
Cattle farm.
Let's keep going.
Shouldn't we keep close to the river?
Go here. Visit the saloon.
Bartender, around a whiskey,
There we go.
please.
Come up with a plan.
As we sat and drank in silence, the whole place was abuzz about the Shadow Dance. Apparently they took over the only railroad bridge from Black Salt to San Argent.
Well, we know this.
Moreover, the talk of the town was that their camp was guarded by a horde of those Wendigo monsters. Anyone attempting to even reach the bridge ended up as a bloody pulp.
We know this too.
After a couple of rounds, we finally came up with a decent plan. Mad indeed, but decent. So all we had to
We
do
get
was...
ourselves a train engine and some cars. Then we mount one of them huge Gatling guns on it. And then we plow through those beasts till we reach the bridge.
Didn't we already decide all this? We've done this.
This has to be the most crazy.
I mean, what was the point of that? I feel like
Bartender, around a whiskey,
this
please.
is bugged or
We
something.
drink till we can't.
Right,
It's good to be out of that.
let's go back up and try and
freaky
steal a
winter.
train again.
We are on the right path.
Oh, you say that?
Good to finally
go here?
feel
I
the
don't
water.
I feel
Let's
like
make
we
haste.
did that, ran through that exactly that plan stuff the first time we went to Black Salt Saloon.
Let's see what's over there.
Seemed very familiar to me. Hoping at least something's triggered now. Doesn't look like it.
Here we go, here we go. Pennant's terminal was pretty big indeed. At least 5 different railroads ended here. Gonna pick a train to steal. We sat down at the station and spent the day observing all kinds of trains, railguard patterns, and schedules. Lazarus helped a lot. Surprisingly, he knew a lot about trains. Finally, we picked a ride. But not everyone was happy with our
Does
choice.
it have to be this brothel train? Can't we just use any old ride? What actual tactical advantage does this train have, Carter?
Simple, kid. It's heavy and solid, it comes with enough coal, it doesn't take many passengers and only some rich schmucks, and it's guarded by shady mercenaries. This means we won't have to worry too much about the law once we steal it. Whomever owns this business on wheels likes to stay in the shadows. Padre and I will pretend we're customers. After all, we're the only 2 of our gang who might actually look like ones. No offense. We'll also need 2 of you guys on your horses. Once we give the signal, you'll come riding from the hills to cover our asses. We move out once we're ready. Let's do it. Come on, Lazarus. Let's buy 2 tickets to heaven.
No, do Lazarus again. Fine. Ugh, okay. So we've got to choose who else to take, and I think probably Laughing Deer and
Looking
Glenn,
for trouble?
I think, are our 2 strongest, so we're going to have to do a little bit of editing with Lazarus. We've got a good rifle we can give him. Maybe that's what we do. Consumables. What's she got? So we can give him both of those things. In terms of the trinket, like an HP is probably fine there, isn't it? I would think. In terms of cards, we'll probably get rid of hers. Give them to Lazarus. I don't want to muck around too much with stuff. Got transfusion. Now this is interesting. This is what the Shadow Dance. I can't remember what they're called, but the health swap, which is really, really irritating. Except he only does it with other posse members. So I guess if someone's near death, maybe he'd do that to keep them alive. But I think probably Transfusion 2 is where it becomes useful, because he can target enemies then as well. So we can, if he's low on health, target an enemy who's high health, and it just swaps. So that's really good. He needs a straight for that, which is 9, 10, Jack, Queen, King, isn't it? But I kind of like where we are with the other characters now. So let's leave that as it is for now. I wonder if we can... Yeah, we'll swap the pistol out as well, get the better version of that. I'm looking forward to trying out Laughing Deer's new hatchet. That sounds like it could be fun. So we'll go with that. Let's look at objectives. Take over the train, we get the 10 of diamonds. If we take over the train in one round, we get the 9 of hearts. Search the locker in the last car. Hand cannon. What was that do? It's a handgun. Damage 7. So that's even better than our bullet bouncer. Can't trick shot though by the look of it. Self. Dazed. Character cannot use... So you get dazed after using this? I don't know if that sounds very good. But we'll see. So we want to try and do this, take over the train in one round, so let's give this a go.
Did you take care of the passengers?
I did. Moved our frightened flock to the last car and decoupled it. All that's left is security.
And right on time. Here come our people.
Now all we need is to get to the front and decouple the engine. Connor!
I
In
see
one
them,
turn?
Padre. Let's get to it.
Take over the train in one round. Okay. Laughing Deer, what do we got? We could try and wild run this guy, maybe. Kill.
You go get them, dear.
He's got another one here. So that would be a kill.
Right. Set me loose!
She crit that one. Okay, so that's good. Gotta go all the way there. In one round. I just don't see how that's possible. Maybe we could... Oh, there's a gunslinger there. Okay. Flynn do about that? Around. I didn't get... Maybe Laughing Deer is to just sort of try and chain his way up the train to do that.
I'm your huckleberry.
What have you got? Got the bullseye. Very nice. There's more down there, but I figure we probably need to keep pushing up this way, don't we? Let's go back to pistol. Where can you get in one round? I might be able to bounce off that stove. So that's 100. Laughing deer kill. No, he would need. Yeah, we'd need to get him down another 4 points for that to work.
Ready when you are.
Gin do. Get all there on one. He could. I don't know how that's possible. Flynn. Just come off here. Right, she can 100% him. Might get the kill. That's okay. Let's move.
Easy.
Right now, the gin.
Will do.
You can do it. You can do it.
Going in. Guns blazing.
Right, so him and Laughing Deer are now in bravado.
Will do.
Can't see any enemies at this stage. 20 health. Open suggestions. I mean, if he can get here, say that he's there. We could throw the blue dynamite, and say we could get if he could get here. We could throw the blue dynamite and chain off that.
I will.
His insane movement helps this. So I really like that card, to get that card if possible. Oh
Skin
wow.
that smoke wagon.
You are wise to fear me.
So if he comes here, you can get 2 attacks on this gunslinger and kill him.
Done and done.
With 3 attacks, you can kill this guy.
I am guided.
He's got 2 AP. If we move him here, it's a bit more distance, isn't it? And then we can.
Bullets are fine, but tomahawks are better for up close work.
Let's say if we were to move here, we can kill this guy. He can now kill this guy. 2 hits, 100% chance to hit. That sounds good to me. Oh my god, look at this.
Set me loose.
Now, he's only got 1 AP, so actually that is a little trick.
Good day to die.
It's okay. Kill this mad dog. His tomahawk is already proving its worth. just interact with this? Move the trains. That's what it's pointing at, isn't it? Just seems to be. Okay.
Power.
Failed something there.
I always wanted to have my own engine. Good job, everyone.
Ooh! Jen Carter just praised his posse.
You earned it. This one time.
And the whole charm's gone already.
Well, laughing
Let's
deer,
hide
huh?
this
How about
beauty
that?
on some abandoned sidetrack. But first, someone get me the conductor's hat.
One turn. Search the locker. Oh, there's the hand cannon. I'm not overly fussed about that. What I was mainly after was the cards. It's self-dazed, and then you can't use weapons for a turn. And you can't trick shot, so yeah. But these are cool. Might be able to get some more card combos now.
I always knew that this sidetrack would come in handy one day.
We left the train on the sidetrack, then with Kalish's help we've blocked and masked the rails leading toward it, so our train and the rest of the stuff we need was safe.
So what's next?
I don't rightly know.
Begin the Trojan train job. Okay, we will do that. Let's have a look at our cards first. So we've got another 9 and a 10 now. So let's get rid of Lazarus' stuff. I don't think we'll be using him in the next one. I'd like to move back to using Kalish. And interestingly, we actually have 4 rows of 4 of a kinds. So, with 4 of a kind, we can get him down to Slayer. So he gains a 5% bullseye chance when attacking with melee weapons. Sounds pretty good. Bloodless. He's resistant to bleeding, which is awesome. Wild Run, he'll actually inflict dazed as well, which is pretty cool. And +1 damage while using shotguns, which is by the by, really. So yeah, I like that. I might do his row on queens, because I'd quite like for him to get the speed bonus there. That's on slaves. And we're going to give him 4 of a kind on queens. There we go, down to Slayer. Wild Run 3 would be nice too. He'd get duelist as well, but maybe. What's that area of effect for? That's new to Wild Run 2. So he performs a war cry, so that's got an AoE radius of 3 squares, and every enemy within that gets dazed for a turn. I mean, that is pretty huge, actually. Well, we can actually give him, because an ace isn't going to figure in the other hands, so we could give him that, so he's up to 28 movement. That feels pretty good. With Jin, what does he get? He will come up to dance 4 of a kind. Will give us this Shadow Barrage level 3. And at this level, higher damage and inflicts burn. So that seems pretty good. So let's give him the other Jack. Which Flint. Can I just drag it up? I can. There we go. So he's got 4 of a kind. Then it's just a case of which other card do we want to give him more? Max Luck, HP he's got at the moment, or Bullseye Chance. So we'll stick with the HP. So that feels pretty good. Then we've got Flynn, who we're going to do 4 of a kind on 10s, perhaps. Boom. So she's come up to Shadow Sword 3. I think we had that anyway. Got Brawler. So that's Bullseye Chances with shotguns and rifles. Does 1 more damage with rifles too. So that's pretty good. We can give her an additional card, maybe a king, so she could have luck or bullseye chance. She doesn't need the max luck because she's, I don't know, she's got that thing that gives her 25 when she's down to 0, so that feels pretty good. So we'll give the extra bullseye chance there, and then we've got Klalish, who doesn't have any cards currently. Going to give her all the 9s. So, what have we got on her now? We've got Warrior. +1 damage with melee weapons. I mean, we're not using melee weapons with her. While in Bravado, she's got a +10% bullseye chance. That's pretty good. I might try and use this Deceptive Spirit more. I think it's a bit like in XCOM, the decoys, where enemies will go and attack the decoy first. But the interesting thing is at level 2, which she now has, it distracts enemies for 2 rounds, but also it can move and attack. So that actually is pretty nice. We might experiment with that. Holding breath. If at the start of a turn she's got at least half cover, she adds 1 to her bullseye damage multiplier. Okay. And Wounded Link. So at the start of her turn, Claylish's HP is lower than 75%. She gains 5 speed. Okay. That's not too bad. And we can give her another card, so let's go with the King. Max luck, I mean, yeah. We tend to use all our luck anyway, so that's fine. It's not dramatic. So everyone's got 5 cards. Everyone's got 4 of a kind, which is pretty nice. And we just, yeah, got pretty good swords. I'd like to get up to straight flush. I don't know how we'd manage that with the other cards that we're using. What we'd need, yeah, royal flush, you see. We can't actually do... We couldn't even do that at the moment because we'd need the King of Spades or the Ace of one of these other suits. So, but anyway, we're going to go in with that. I don't think we actually took any damage on that, did we? So I don't think there's any healing for us to do. But I'm loath to go into what's probably quite a long mission.
Let's keep going.
In the next one, because it'll just make the video overly long. So let's just camp. We'll have a conversation maybe this time with... who interests us? Let's talk to... Let's finish off Flynn's story, actually. So we started that one. Yeah, so let's work our way through these 3 chapters, and then we'll probably end it. It's a bit of a shorter one, this one.
The orphanage,
but we'll set ourselves up for probably a big story mission next time.
On the streets of one of the biggest towns in the Hard West, I just blended right in. And I liked that. Whenever I got into trouble, I had my witchcraft to help me. No one could catch me. Just imagine what jobs and cons I managed to pull off. But folks started to figure it out, and soon the law was all too interested in me. They put up wanted posters everywhere, accusing me of witchcraft and dealing with the devil. Can you imagine? A crazed mob of people searched every nook and cranny of Mornwood to find me. And you'll never guess who helped me escape. A local priest of all people. Guess not all people of the faith are assholes after all. Soon after I was driven out of Mornwood, I joined a traveling circus. We performed through the whole Hard West with a bunch of wild animals and carny freaks. Those were good times. You'd be surprised how much everyone wanted to believe that my best bit, switching places with another guy as we're locked in coffins, was just some trick of smoke and mirrors. I think the ringmaster, Henderson, he knew the truth, but he never said a word about it to the others. Now I wonder how many of the other performers harbored some dark secret of their own. Anyhow, that's where you and Kestrel found me and offered me good money for help with a con you were pulling off. After that, I never looked back. I remember the look on yours and Clive's faces when you learned I wasn't just using stage magic, but real goddamn witchcraft. You were as pale as a pair of city slickers. I've grown to trust you, Jen. Especially now. And you know what? I like you more the way you are now, without your soul. Because you used to be such a fucking prick sometimes. Now, though, it's like you're a new man. I'd think twice about getting your soul back, Jen, if I were you. You seem like you're doing just fine without it.
Maybe she's right. We don't really know how the story's going to end. Thanks for talking, Flynn. Gonna break camp. And we're going to leave it there. So a bit of a shorter episode, this one. The stealing a train probably only lasted 5 minutes. I don't know. I wasn't looking at a clock. But thanks very much for watching. I hope it was enjoyable anyway. It was a very different type of mission. Trying to do it without it certainly stretched the logic a bit. And we probably couldn't have done it without the new Tomahawk that we got. So that's cool. If you did like it, then please do hit the like button on the video and consider subscribing to the channel as well. And I hope to see you next time for more Hard West 2, where we're going to go into the Canyon blockade. Bye for now.